And that's the whole goal, okay? So let's talk about earning money. You guys want to earn more money? Look, things are harder right now than they were last year. I know that. They are for my business as well. Okay, I'm with you. I'm feeling it. Okay, I basically sell the value of the stock market. That's not going up. That hasn't been going too well, right? You guys have seen some challenges right now. The reality is that most of the time we have good times. Most of the time. Some of the time we have hard times. And what we do in these hard times is what really matters. And sometimes it just seems like it's going to go on forever. We could get defeated. We can't let that voice go on in our head and listen to it. And it's going to come, right? A lot of people aren't here at conference that should have been. A lot of people aren't listening at home on the live stream, right? Those hard times have already caught up with them. Okay, the reality is that hard times don't last that long. Okay, so I got a lot going on this slide. Okay, so let me just explain it to you. If I look back at the stock market, which are the value of companies over the last 80 years, okay, and so our companies are going to be valued kind of like the stock market is too, right? And the stock market is becoming worth more, companies are worth more, our companies are becoming worth more. What color do you see the most up here? Right? You see blue. Those are called bull markets. Okay, that's when your businesses are growing by 15%, 20%, 26% annually. They last for pretty long periods of time. Those are the good times. Okay? What do we see down here in these yellow? We see bear markets. These are the tough times. They happen. We notice at the end, this is going to June 30 of this year, we are in one of these tough times right now. Right? So they happen frequently. They're part of the process. We shouldn't be surprised when they do happen, but they are much less significant than compared to the good times. Do we see that? Okay, the next thing we see are these gray areas. Those are called recessions. Okay, we do see that those happen frequently, but they also don't last that long. Okay, and you should have a copy of this slide deck so you can dissect this as much as you want, but we're talking about 9 months, 3 months, 1.5 years. Okay, we do have hard times, but what we do in the hard times is what really matters if we want to earn more money. Okay? Good times help mediocre businesses succeed. Good times help people who don't work hard succeed. Okay, that's just the reality. That's the truth. So what were you dealing with last year? There was a lot of demand. Okay, it was good times. We'll go through and look at how good they were. It was really good times. But also what you have is a lot of competition. And if you could just fall out of bed and put together a work week or a half a work week, you were going to do something. Okay? Mediocre businesses can survive in really good times. Okay? They're not going to survive during the hard times. Okay? It's going to be too difficult. They're going to give up. What happens during the hard times is that it helps better businesses succeed. And that's you. That's why I love being on stage talking to this group. You are the better businesses. You are here. You don't realize yet how much of your competition has already quit. They've already given up. They might still be in the ring fighting another 1 or 2 rounds, but it's over, right? It's over. It's already happening. I have seen this happen firsthand in my life, okay? So better businesses succeed during those hard times because guess what's on the other side of this is the good times that are long and enduring, and that competition is not going to be there, right? Those key relationships that are looking for help, all those relationships you're building, how are they going to feel when those other people have now quit and left them in the lurch? It's opportunity for you, okay? That's why we work harder during these hard times. Hard times reward hard work. Okay, a lot of this conference I know is about that, but it's the truth. And we just know that as people look at these hard times, so many people are going to give up. And we don't want that to be us. Okay, look, I almost was this person in my career. I started my career as a financial advisor in 2005. It was right at the end of hard times. Okay, my first son was born in 2007. Okay, my next one in 2010. These were hard times. In 2008, Lehman Brothers went out of business. We went through the worst recession, the worst stock market we've ever had since the Great Depression. I'm not kidding. I won't say I thought about quitting every day, but multiple times a week. Multiple times a week I thought about quitting. Instead, I did use the opportunity to work harder, personally. 10, 12-hour days, 5, 6, 7 days a week. And in 2012, as we were getting out of the recession, I opened up the doors to my very own wealth management firm at the age of 30. Thank you. Thank you. And you know what? I had no competition. I had no competition. All of the people that I joined, there was like, a boiler room situation, 30 people getting their Series 7, getting on the trading floor. I could count on one hand how many of those people are still in this business today. I could count on one hand how many of the people were in the business after 3 years. Okay? Your competition's already giving up and quitting. Don't let that be us. Okay? Because on the other side of this is all that opportunity, and where are you going to then be positioned? And remember, they don't last that long. We're already, 9 months in? Don't give up. Okay? That voice is going to be in your head that this is too hard. That's not going to be us. Okay? That's not going to be us. We're going to keep diligent, keep our head down, keep working, right? All right. Now, obviously, things are worse. So let's look over some statistics we know. And let's just put this in perspective. So if I look at 30-year mortgage rates, I can see that they have spiked up, right, since 2001, since last summer. You guys are well aware of this, okay? This impacts the business. But let's put this in perspective of where they've been, right, relative to where many of the people in this room have built their businesses. Right? And so you're seeing this spike, we see them coming down, but it's not outrageous, okay? How's this going to play out? Well, if we look at U.S. existing home sales after COVID, when nobody was buying homes, there's built up demand and it's come down. Again, if you look since 2010, it's almost still at the all-time high of existing home sales. Okay, this is good for your business. Okay, and it's temporary. U.S. household formations, still strong demand. This is the future need for housing. This is how many people are out there. 1.8 million new households being formed. This is the future demand for your services. Okay, that's right on the other side. Okay, if we look at U.S. mortgage originations, we had a spike again, and it's come down, but still, looking back since 2006, higher than most, when many of you had built your businesses. So we don't want to be too discouraged. Looking at new single-family home sales, it has come down since last year, but still relatively high compared to history. Okay, so we want to earn more money, but what we do during these hard times is really going to set you up to have a wonderful business on the other side of this. You see this. These don't last that long. Okay? And so use everything that you're learning in this conference to build that better business. Yes, we have to work harder, but we know that many people won't, and that's our opportunity. Okay? That's our opportunity. It's not going to be here forever. Okay? So we'll talk about how we can use some goal setting to help motivate us. Okay, some specific things we can do to help get that 1 or 2 more loan signings each week, each month. Okay? So yeah, we have these big goals, lofty goals that we set for ourselves, getting to the mountaintop, but it could be depressing thinking about how am I going to ever get there. Okay, so what I want to focus on are small, actionable goals. If you could do that today, I'd ask you, set at least one financial goal that you would like to accomplish in the next 12 months. Okay? Come to conference next year and tell me about it. Right? You can even set several. Maybe one of those goals is to pay off your credit card at the end of every month. Okay? Paying off the credit card at the end of every month. If you haven't achieved this goal, this is your number one financial goal above all else. We don't see people reaching financial freedom and financial independence maintaining a balance on their credit card. So we're going to talk about keeping our money and spending and some tools and strategies that we can do to monitor that. But that's goal number 1. Okay, a lot of people say, I want to fund my retirement account. I want to put money into a Roth IRA. Okay, so if you're under 50, the maximum amount you could put into a Roth IRA is $6,000. Well, Dustin, I don't have just $6,000 laying around. Okay, well, let's break that down. How much is that? That is $115 a week. If you can get... And so, look, on goal number 1, okay, you have to figure out how much money you need every month and translate that into how many loan signings that is. Okay, you have your number. Whatever number that is, that's how you're going to set a goal for yourself to achieve that. Okay, it's just math. You're going to achieve that goal, and you're going to be able to pay off your credit card. How many loan signings? Everybody should know that number. Okay, and that is what you need to do. Step 1 in your business, step 1 in your financial journey. Okay, step 2, if I want to put money into a Roth IRA, I'm going to go get 1 more a week. If I get 1 more loan signing a week, I'm going to max out my retirement account. Would that be nice? Okay. Maybe I want to set another lofty goal. Maybe I'm going to try to do 2 more a week. If I could get 2 extra loan signings a week, I can build an extra $5,000 towards paying down my credit card, putting towards that home purchase I want, building my stock portfolio. And maybe setting a personal spending goal. This will help you manage your credit cards. Okay? Who wants to come back to conference next year? All right. So, maybe you make a vacation out of it. Okay, maybe you want to set aside a nice travel budget for yourself next summer. Okay, and how many loan signings is that? If I want $3,000 next summer to plan for expenses, excursions, and tickets and whatnot, I just threw out a number, whatever your number is. Break that down, that's $58 a week. We're talking about another 1 loan signing a month, right? 2 loan signings a month. And so if you break down these small actionable goals, you will stay on track. Okay, you can't just figure out the big rocks. I want $100,000. I want to buy $1 million home. I want to retire in 20 years. Okay, that's all good. But these little pebbles are what we're going to focus on because we can manage them and we can make sure, are we on track or off track on our bigger goals? Okay, so if you could just do this each week, you get to manage your credit card balances, max out your retirement account, save an additional $5,000, take a vacation. That all sounds good, yeah? All right. So, earning more money, we're going to be able to do that, okay, by investing in our business during the hard times and setting goals for ourselves that are actionable to make sure that we're scientific about what we need to do financially for our business.